Hello guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to do something a little different. It's been a very long time since I shared like my nighttime routine. Like I think the last nighttime routine video was like a family nighttime routine. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it's been a while since I show you like what my night looks like as a mom of two, if you're new here, after the kids go to bed. So we're gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna show you what a night typically looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like get started. So right now it's 9 o'clock, like 9:08, but we're gonna say 9 o'clock. Jackson and Riley are both in bed now. The nighttime process, like the put down process, has been a little bit more difficult these days. The kids normally we do like the bath time around 7:30, and usually by like 8 or 8:30 the kids are asleep in their beds. I've shared with you guys how Jackson's been going through like that 2-year sleep regression, so it's been a little harder, and so some nights it takes a little longer to get him down, but he did actually pretty well tonight. So we have him in bed. It's 9 o'clock. Joe and I already took a shower, so I took a shower. I didn't like wash my face because I'm going to show you like how I wash my face, all of that. So I'm gonna take you guys to the bathroom. Obviously I couldn't take you to the shower with me, but I'll take you to the bathroom. Before I move downstairs and like do like the rest of our night, like I like to just like go downstairs with like a freshly washed face and just like get the day off of me. You know how it is, like you feel gross and disgusting after the end of the day, that you just want a little bit of just, you know, rejuvenation in your life. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face. I'm gonna show you all of like, not all of the products, but some of my favorite things that I've been using lately. And of course, I wanna thank Tula for sponsoring today's video. You guys, I've shared with you now Tula on my channel for like months. I've been using their products. They're all over my counter. Like, let me just show you like the amount of products that I have of theirs. It's like all that I use now. Sorry, I'm gonna like throw everything on the floor. It's all I use now in terms of like my skincare. So I've been a huge fan of their stuff. If you have not even heard of Tula, if you've never seen this, like then you're obviously not on Instagram, because this stuff pops up everywhere. And I had seen it for a while. I wasn't sure if it was something that I was gonna like, and I'm telling you, like, I love their stuff. So if you're new to them, if you're new to the brand, they're a doctor-founded skincare wellness brand. Their products are just made with like really great ingredients. They've got like probiotic extracts in there. They've got superfoods. So I have been very pleased with how they have been like, you know, on my skin, on my face, because I have very sensitive skin. I'm very particular about what I put on my face. But I have raved about this on my channel now ever since I started using it. This is what I wash my face with every single night, whether I'm in the shower or here at the sink. It's called the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. Sometimes you guys on Instagram will ask me like, oh, which cleanser is it? I'm pretty sure it's just this one. Like there's only one cleanser and it is amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face with that. It takes everything off of my face, you guys. I freaking love this thing. Okay, so can you guys see that? Like, I don't know how well the lighting is here in my bathroom, but I love that cleanser. I feel like it takes off all of my makeup. Not that I wear a ton of makeup, but anything that I have on my face, it takes off. It's very gentle too. It's not something that irritates me. It's not anything that like tingles or leaves me feeling red or anything like that. So that is one of my all-time favorite things that Tula has that I use. The other thing that I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with the little eye balm that I've shared before. I've shared their blue one before, the one that's like the blue packaging. This is their Rose Glow and Get It, which just kind of like leaves a little bit of a red, like a rose glow to the skin. But I can't say enough good things about the eye balms because especially these days that I've been so sleep deprived, it just like really helps, you know, just refreshing my under eye. And it's got like a really light tingly sensation under the eye that feels really, really good. So this is like an absolute must these days. I put it on at night and I also put it on in the morning, especially in the morning when I wake up. And it's just like that little bit of like self-care that just like really just brings me back to life. Like I just love this. So this is one of my favorites. One of my other favorite things from Tula is the 24/7 Moisture, the hydrating day and night cream. Like I actually, okay, there goes the top, wonderful. I actually have to go and buy like some more because I'm basically out of it. I use this all the time and I just feel like it's one of the best night creams that I've used in terms of like how well it hydrates my skin. I live in Virginia, for those of you guys who are new here, if you happen to be new here. Now my face is gonna get a little bit red because I'm like rubbing all over it. But it's been like cold, it's very drying, like my hands, my body, my face, it's all dry by the end of the day. So using a moisturizer for me has been life-saving and like just a game changer in terms of my skincare. So I love this one. It smells really just like fresh and clean. It's a really great product in my opinion. Really locks in that moisture. So that's what I've been doing. And then I tried recently, they sent me some of their new like body products. I don't know if you knew that Tula has body products now, but they have like a skin polisher, like a body polish that I use in the shower. And that's great if you want like a scrub, an exfoliator for the shower. But this baby over here is the one that I'm just going to be, I'm probably gonna use this in like a matter of, you know, a few weeks, because this is like an all body moisturizer. So like the same kind of like moisturizer that I put on my face, they now have this that I can use all over my body, all over my skin. So this is great, and I was very excited when I got to use this the first time. It looks super just like whipped and just like delicious. So it's kind of hard because I would usually do this without my robe, but I like to put it like all over my arms, all over my elbows. My elbows just get like really like dry and cracked. So I'm gonna put this just there. I'll also put it on my legs. And then once all of this is done, we'll go get changed into my PJs. Oh my God, this feels so good. So yeah, I'll go get changed into my PJs and we can go downstairs. I'm gonna make some tea and all of that. But I promise you guys, I love these products. I'm really sure you guys would like them too. So they do have a code for you guys. I have a Tula code that gets you 15% off of their products. So I'm gonna have all that information linked down below in the description box if you wanna try them out. I think there's like free shipping if you spend $40, and they always have free returns. So if you try a product and you're not happy with it, you're not satisfied, you can return it. So you really don't have much to lose. So again, thank you to Tula for sponsoring today's video, for allowing me just like the chance to do something a little different with you guys today. So now let's go get in our jammies and then we can go see Joe downstairs and see what the rest of the night looks like. Okay, so I have my favorite PJs on, you guys. These are the ones that my mom got me for Christmas. I will link them for you guys down below because the last time I wore them on stories, everybody was asking me about them. They're super cute. They're like a satiny material. They're from Express. And I have never loved PJs as much as I like these. So in terms of like my nighttime routine, I feel like it's very important to me, like the very few like self-care things that I do. One of them is at night putting on some really nice like pajamas that, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, it gives me like that feeling of like going into a hotel and like just doing something a little luxurious that I don't normally do when I put myself in pajamas like this versus just like a t-shirt or just like walking around half naked. It makes a difference in my overall mood in terms of like the night. So that's what I'm in today because I can't be half naked on camera. So let's go downstairs. We're gonna be quiet because Jackson and Riley are sleeping. I do have to get the monitor, so that's always part of my nighttime routine as a mom. Just making sure that the kids are okay. Got to move this monitor so I can see Jackson better, and they seem to be doing okay. Jackson may wake up at some point and hopefully he doesn't, but I'm prepared if he does. So anyway, let's go downstairs. Okay, so at this point in the night, most of the cleaning up has been done except for like just don't even pay attention to those boxes that are there. But before the kids even go to bed, we usually like tidy up dinner and like, of course, this is the one day I'm showing you all this stuff and like I spilled flour on the floor. So it is still kind of a mess, but you know, dishes for the most part, most of them have been done. If there's like anything left in here, stragglers, that kind of stuff, then I'll go ahead and clean it and move it to the dishwasher. That way, like there's nothing really pending, like stuff like laying around before Joe and I start like our us time, which, you know, we do try to make it a point to at least the majority of the night spend at least an hour together after the kids have gone to bed. I get that question a lot. It's not every single day. Like there are some days where I'll tell him like, oh, I have to do some work, or oh, I have to edit a video, or vice versa. Like the other day there was a football game on that he wanted to watch and I was like, okay, goodbye. Like I'm not gonna watch that. So it depends, but for the most part we do try to at least come together after the kids are down to at the very least do Bible in a Year, which we're gonna do tonight, or just watch a show and, you know, get some of that time together. But before we do that, it does make him feel a lot better, and it does make me feel a lot better too if there's not like a huge mess. So if we haven't for any reason got into it before, like, you know, putting the kids down, we'll tidy up and then we can do like our stuff. So let's do that. There's a couple things out here I want to tackle, and then I'm gonna make some tea. So I'll talk to you guys in a second. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better that things are a little bit tidier and dishes are like officially done. The kitchen is closed, like we like to say, except if like I want ice cream later or something, because usually I will tell you I'll have some kind of like a late night snack. I know it's not the best thing, but usually like if Joe and I are watching a show or something, we always like get some kind of snack, and like that's like the time that we have together. It's just like watching a show and eating food. Like, it is what it is. But for the most part, kitchen is closed. I'm gonna make my tea, but we still have like coffee in here. And when I make my tea, I use the Chemex the same way that we do coffee. I just like boil like hot water, brew hot water with the thing. So I'm gonna empty this out, clean it out so I can actually make my tea. So now that I have my tea, I'm gonna go over here where Joe's been working. He's been working for a little while on his computer. Hello, Joseph.
Hello.
You wanna say hello to the video?
Hi.
So sometimes like he'll come downstairs and just like work on his computer for a bit. But now now that I've got my tea, now that I'm ready to go, I'll give him a chance to finish whatever he's doing. And then we could start Bible in a year. So we come over here to like Joe's little office space because we find that it's just like a little bit quieter and there's not as much like clutter and stuff. And what we've been doing, I've shared this before like on my vlogs and on Instagram and stuff, but one of our goals this year is to read the Bible like through the entire year and like to actually read the entire Bible. So there's lots of ways that you can do that. There's lots of reading plans and all of the, you know, and stuff like that that you can follow. But the one that we do is called Bible in a Year with Father Mike Schmitz. He's a Catholic priest. He has a podcast, and he also has like all the videos are up on YouTube, so you can follow along. Like, you don't even need an actual Bible because like he writes all the text on the screen if you just want to follow along like that. But I like snuggle up over here. I've actually got I have my heated blanket that I got for Christmas that I love, that I just use here on the chair. So this is like my setup, right? I've got my heated blanket that I turn on, and I turn it on super high. And then I've got my tea, or sometimes I'll do my mud water that I talk to you guys about sometimes. And then this is a Bible that I use. It's called the Great Adventure Catholic Bible. So we get it from Ascension because like that's the company. Ascension Presents, I think, is the one that like does like the Bible in a Year, the program. So I've got this that I can actually read and follow along with. And then sometimes I'll also, like, this is so random, but I have like my nail kit here, which is like, you guys always ask me like, oh, how do you do your nails, or how do you keep your nails looking so good? They're actually not that great right now, but this is how. Like, I always have my nail kit out, and if they're chipped or whatever, usually at this time of night, like when we're doing, not when we're doing Bible in a Year, but like if we're watching a show, I go ahead and like, you know, fix my nails. I'll take off the polish, or I'll paint it or whatever. So I always have this here like within arm's reach so I can do that. So yeah, now we'll just take like a good, like the episodes, or not the episodes, but each like reading session of the Bible in a Year is usually like about 20 minutes. So it's not like super long, which I think is good. Like if it was like an hour every day, it would be a little harder to keep up with it. But it's a good, like, would you say they're like 20 minutes, babe? Yeah. Like 20, sometimes 25 minutes, just kind of depends on what you're reading. But we're reading from Exodus now, we're reading from Leviticus, and we're reading some Psalms. And it's just like a nice way to like regroup together, like Joe and I, and to kind of like have a goal that we do together. So I've been really liking it.
To the people, remember this day, in which you came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3.
Alright, so we finished Bible in a Year for today. It was really good. So like I said, this one was like 18 minutes, so not even very long at all. Now Joe's watching some YouTube video, but we're gonna watch Yellowstone. So that's a show that we watch together. So we either do like Yellowstone, or what other shows do we watch, Joseph? What else do we watch together?
90 Day.
90 Day Fiance, 90 Day the Other Way. Like, we love all of the 90 Day Fiance shows. So that sometimes we'll watch. We're watching, well, we started watching the Gordon Ramsay Next Level Kitchen, Next Level Chef. But we have to keep watching it. Are we gonna continue, or are we gonna give up on that one?
No, we'll continue.
I would like to watch that one still, but Yellowstone right now, for the most part, is the show that we watch together. So if you guys have any other recommendations for shows that you watch, maybe with your husband, or you just like to watch, let me know. Because once we're done with Yellowstone, I think we have, how many more episodes do we have? 3 more episodes?
3 for this season.
And then we have 2 more seasons?
2 more.
So we're only on season 2, but...
And then the new show, 1883.
Oh, and then he wants to watch the origin story, whatever, on Paramount. So that's what we're gonna watch tonight. Like I said, usually we try to watch just one show together, even if it's just an hour. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll go upstairs and show you like the rest of, you know, what I do once Joe is like alone down here. He does his stuff, I do my stuff. So let's watch some Yellowstone. All right, so we finished Yellowstone. Yellowstone was great. So now I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna put my tea, I'm gonna put the cup to wash. There is one more thing I have to do tonight, and that's I need to feed my starter. If you guys are regular followers here, you guys know that I've been trying my hardest to work on my sourdough starter. So one of the things I have to do at night before I go to sleep, I feed it like 2 times a day. So if you don't even know what that looks like, here it is. I actually have 2 that I'm working on because I'm trying like different recipes to figure out like what works and what doesn't. It looks disgusting, but really all it is it's flour and water. So this is Jeff over here, trying to see how he's doing. And then this one is Phyllis that I'm also working on. She's new, I don't think you guys have seen her. But yeah, point is, this is the starter, and one of the things that I have to do is I have to feed Jeff. I have to put flour and water in here before I go to bed, so let's do that. Believe me, up until like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I knew nothing about sourdough or sourdough starter. And point is, like, you make a sourdough starter so that you can eventually bake sourdough bread, because you need starter in order to make sourdough bread. So that's just, you know, what we're doing here, in case you have no idea what this is about. So I'm gonna just feed the starter. You have to like discard some of it, you kind of get rid of some of it, and then you've got to put more flour, more water. So because I have no idea what I'm doing, this is my first time attempting to make sourdough starter. I'm not gonna give you measurements or anything like that, because I still don't know if what I'm doing here is gonna work out. But you have to put flour and you have to put water, and then you've got to mix it. And I do that twice a day. So I do it first thing in the morning, and then I do it always like right before I go to bed, until this thing is actually like active and starts working. So right now, at this point in my life, it is part of my nighttime routine. And then I come in here and I mix it. I gotta mix it with like a wooden spoon, all of that. And hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll see some progress, because I've been at this for like over a week now, and I really want to be able to make some sourdough bread. If you guys, by the way, watching this happen to be bakers or happen to know anything about sourdough or sourdough starter, let me know, like, if there's like a specific like website or person you follow, or like where you get your recipe for sourdough bread and stuff. Like any sourdough stuff that you can share with me would be super helpful, because this is one of my goals for the year, to make this happen, to start baking stuff. So yeah, anything you want to let me know, you can leave it in the comments. All right, so there we go. That is done. I'm gonna cover it, like tuck it into bed over here, and now we can go upstairs. I keep saying we're gonna go upstairs, but I saw these cookies that I made the other day, and I didn't have any like dessert or anything tonight, so I'm gonna grab one of those. So let's take this beautiful cookie upstairs, and then I can show you what I do the rest of the night. By the way, it is 11:15 right now, so I am like a late night person. Like, I'm not a morning person, I'm very much an evening person. Like, I can be up honestly till like 1, 2 in the morning if I let myself, but I've been trying to go to bed maybe by like 12:30, 1. Like, I know that's ridiculous, but I'm just not a morning person. And luckily the kids usually wake up like around 8, unless like Jackson now going through his regression, where he wakes up maybe 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, kind of depends. But for the most part, when he wasn't having his regression, he would sleep until 8 in the morning. So if I went to bed by like 1, I still got like a good 7 hours of sleep in. So maybe by 11:15 you guys would normally be like asleep already, but not me. Now is like when I would maybe get some work done, do some editing, Just kind of depends on what I've got going on. Okay, so again, it's like 11:15. I'm gonna eat my cookie over here. At this point in the night, it's kind of like, it all depends on my workload. So I'm a full-time like YouTuber, content creator, whatever the heck you want to call me. So a lot of times, like the only time that I get to do any of my work is usually like if the kids are napping, or on the rare occasion when they're like not fighting each other, and like I get like, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes where I can like respond to an email, or sometimes over breakfast I'll respond to emails. But for the most part, the bulk of my work I do when the kids are asleep. So some days, like if the workload is too much, then I have to tell Joe like, no, I can't watch, you know, Yellowstone with you, and then I'd come upstairs immediately to work. Other days I kind of gauge it and I'm like, well, I probably have enough time to watch 1 hour of a show, and then the rest of the night I can work. So like today is one of those nights where I do have to edit. So I'm gonna come up here to the room and I'm gonna just do some editing, see if I can get that done, so that way tomorrow I'm not like stressed about, you know, not being able to meet my deadlines, or like trying to cram in a bunch of work when the kids are around. It's always way more peaceful to do it at night. So that's when I do my work. But I will tell you, like there are some nights, like last night I didn't do any work, and it was great because as soon as I was done watching Yellowstone with Joe, then I came upstairs, I curled up in bed, and I was able to watch Emily in Paris, which I finished, by the way. I like binge watched the 2 seasons, finished watching it. So like it all depends. So I'm gonna stop talking because I do really actually have to get some work done. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what the last piece of my night looks like. Alright, so I've gotten a little bit of my work done. I still have a ways to go, but I can do that like in bed. I can turn on my headphones because Joe just came into the room. So of course when he gets in here, then I've got to kind of like, you know, readjust so that he's not like listening to me edit. What does it matter?
What are you doing?
What? I'm filming the rest of the routine. So of course, Joe right here, when he comes up to bed, he's got the Hatch sound machine, right? So he always has to turn it on. It drives me crazy. He sleeps with the sound machine. I would prefer not to, but it's like his thing. So you can't sleep without it now? I hate it. Like the kids all have their sound machines. Like I, at night, I don't know about you guys, but I love peace and quiet. Like black room, peace and quiet, not a sound, I guess, because all day long I hear the opposite of that. So I wish that I could just be in like a dark room, quiet room, but of course no, Joe needs to have the sound machine. So whatever, since he's in here, he's brushing his teeth, I'm gonna take my meds and then I'm gonna brush my teeth. And then I can get into bed and I can finish editing my video. Before I brush my teeth though, there was one more thing I was gonna show you that I do sometimes before bed. So I have like this little sugar scrub, like a sugar lip scrub, Joseph. And it's from Jaclyn Hill. I love her stuff. Joseph, brush your teeth. So it's like a little sugar scrub that I use like on my lips. I don't use it every single night, but before I go to brush my teeth, sometimes like I just exfoliate, since like, again, I was telling you my whole face is dry, my lips are dry. So I'm gonna go and do this really quick. Do you want some sugar scrub, Joseph?
No.
You sure?
Yep. Your daughter likes it though.
Yeah, sometimes I put this on Riley because he gets really dry lips. So with that, I think we're officially done here in the bathroom. I'm gonna turn off the light, but then it gets like super dark over here. And then Joe gets in bed. So are you gonna watch something today? Or are you gonna watch on your iPad? On your iPad?
No.
On the TV. Okay, so since he's gonna use the TV over here, then I can just put on my headphones and I can finish editing. By the way, I have been loving my my weighted blanket. So this is the weighted blanket that I got for Christmas, but I do have to buy a cover for it because it didn't even occur to me that you need a cover for it in case this gets dirty. You can't wash a freaking weighted blanket. So that's something that I have to look for. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of today's video, because after this, like literally I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna edit for a little while, and then when I'm done or whenever I get too tired, I'm gonna turn on my headphones and turn on like an ASMR video or something, because that's how I like to go to sleep. Fun fact, if you guys watch me here, and I've never said that to you guys before, that's something that I like to do before bed. That's like what calms me down. So I'm gonna do all of that and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, just like I said, something a little different, just seeing what my nights usually look like. Thanks for hanging out with me in the evening hours. And again, a huge thank you to Tula for sponsoring today's video. Remember that I have that 15% off code if you guys want to use it on any of their products. The info will be down below. And that is it. I love your freaking faces. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.